Every so often, a movie comes along that captures people's imaginations. Every so often, a movie comes along that completely changes that particular genre. Every so often, a movie comes along that is one of the most celebrated, one of the most culturally important and significant movies in recent memory. A movie to be celebrated for years and years to come as a cinematical masterpiece. This is not one of those movies. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Horror. Before we begin, I just want to say I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving. For those of you who were brave enough to venture into the crowd of madness for Black Friday, I hope you returned unscathed and got what you found, got what you were looking for. Yeah. Tonight, oh boy, tonight. Thanksgiving was 2 nights ago, and I can't think of a better way for Saturday Night Horror to celebrate Thanksgiving than by watching ThanksKilling. We're gonna do it, folks. Against my better judgment, we're gonna do this thing. ThanksKilling is a story about a killer turkey named Turkey. Jesus, I can see how this night's gonna go. You heard me right. A killer turkey named Turkey, spelled Turkei. Turkey, apparently 500 years ago, was summoned or created by an Indian shaman to kill every white person that has ever disrespected Indians or turkey ancestors. No, I'm afraid I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. So yeah, Turkey the Killer Turkey is what we're going to be watching tonight. I've seen this once before, but it has been years ago, and I remember it being so bad, but I remember Turkey himself being hilarious, so we're going to look at it again. All I remember was Turkey was funny, but the movie sucked. But it's Thanksgiving, so we're watching ThanksKilling. As far as the meal goes, we're having leftovers, guys. We have plenty of leftovers from Thursday and Friday, so I'm not cooking tonight, but I did film some of the cooking we did for Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, I did not film most of it. I filmed some of it, but not most of it. And then every Friday after Thanksgiving, we have a tradition where we get a bunch of hors d'oeuvres cooked. We'll film that too. So we are going to have some cooking. It took place during the week leading up to Thanksgiving and the Friday after. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting night. We're having the Thanksgiving hors d'oeuvre leftovers, and our movie is ThanksKilling, starring Turkey, the Killer Turkey. I've never thought I'd be saying that on Saturday Night Horror. Turkey, the Killer Turkey. Good Lord, what have I got myself into? Alright everyone, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right to it. Let's go to the cooking footage from Thanksgiving, and after that, we'll go in the front room and we'll watch Turkey, the Killer Turkey.
Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen and have ourselves a snack.
Alright everyone, first up we have homemade mashed potatoes. Now I've already peeled the potatoes, got them soaking in water, and what we have to do is for each one of these potatoes, we have to cut it into 4 pieces. Now I'm not going to record me cutting every single potato, obviously, but we're going to cut each one into 4 pieces, and we're just going to throw them in this pot here. So I'll get this started, And like I said, we're not going to record every single one being cut because we'll be here for quite a while. So yeah, now that we've got these cut, I'm just going to throw them in this pot here and repeat the process until all the potatoes have been cut and put into the pot. Alright, all the potatoes have been cut, put into the pot. Pot is in the sink, and we're just going to fill this with cold water just until all the potatoes are submerged. It's not going to take long at all. Now, me personally, I like my mashed potatoes to be really creamy. Other people like them to be thick, but I like mine to be real creamy. So yeah, we're almost done here. Filling the water up. Almost done. Alright, that should do it. Alright, now that we've got all the potatoes submerged in water, we're going to put it on the stove and we're going to bring this to a boil. What we want to do is just boil these potatoes until they're nice and soft, so this will take a little while. Alright, you see the water starting to get hot here. Nowhere near being done. But like I said, we just want these to get nice and soft. We're going to check them, make sure they're soft enough just to mash and mix, all that good stuff. Alright, as you can see, the water is boiling. I'm not going to film it, but I'm going to throw a little fork in there, see if they're nice and soft, and if they are, they'll be good to go. So I think they're done. So let's go ahead and test them, and we'll be right back. Alright, the potatoes were done. They're nice and soft. We're going to put them in this colander, I believe it's called. I always call it a drainer, but I think the proper term is colander. I'm not sure. So we are going to dump all the potatoes into here. We'll call it a strainer. How about that? So we'll put these in a strainer and we're just going to let them cool for a minute. See, I made a mess. We got to clean it up. But yeah, those are nice and soft, man. Alright, now the same pot that we boiled the potatoes in, we are going to put the potatoes right back in it. So let me dump them in here, make sure I don't get them all over the counter. And this is where the magic begins. So we've got those soft, piping hot potatoes in there. We're going to throw a stick of butter in there as well. Oh yeah. This is going to turn out lovely. And we'll just a pinch of salt. Just a little bit of salt in there too, not too much. Alright, we've got our salt, we've got our butter, and we're trying to get milk in there if I don't spill it all over them. I'm getting more on the counter than I am in the pot. Good lord. Alright, now that we've got everything in there, we have to whip it together, but first we're going to kind of smash these potatoes down, and this is really why we wanted to get them nice and soft. Excuse me. Wanted to get them nice and soft so they're easy to whip up, they're easy to mash and squish, all that good stuff. Alright, and now that we've got that going, we're going to just whip them together, and this will take a little while. I'm not going to film the entire thing, but it will take a little while. We start the beater on low and work our way up to high. So yeah, and try not to make a mess, which I'm known for doing. As you've seen on previous episodes here on Saturday Night Horror, I have made quite a mess. Alright, so we'll just keep going like this for a few more minutes. Apparently if you do it for too long, it starts to form into a paste, and you don't want that. Alright, we're going to add the rest of our milk here and continue the process. Alright, so that's what we've got so far. That is the finished product as of right now. So yeah, Nice and creamy, nice and smooth. Now we just have to put this in a container and wait to eat. Alright, here we go. Those are our mashed potatoes. They turned out really well. They smell good. I had a taste of them. They taste great. So, mashed potatoes are done. We've got quite a few more things to get ready, so we'll go ahead and set that up. Alright everyone, next up we're going to make some sauces to put on some vegetables. And the first sauce we're going to make is a white sauce. Now I don't eat any of these things we're about to make. Other people do. But I figured I'd film it anyway. So the first thing we're going to do is put 2 sticks of butter in this pot here. And while that's melting, we'll prepare the rest. Alright, we already have some flour in a bowl here. And it's going to be, I think it was 16 tablespoons of flour. Yeah. And a little bit of salt there. And this one, it's not a lot to it. Put some more salt in. Alright, after the salt, we're going to put in some white pepper. And while we did all that, the butter has melted. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this mixture in. Now you can either do it a little bit at a time, or you can go balls to the wall, like I'm doing, and just mix the whole freaking thing. So we're going to mix the whole thing in. And like I said, I don't eat this. Other people in the family do. So yeah, we'll just mix this up real well. Or as well as we can get it anyway. Yeah, get some of that flour off the side like that. And as it thickens up and mixes together, it gets kind of harder and harder to maneuver and work with. Yeah, we'll just keep mixing here. And you got to work kind of fast when you do this too. So it's getting there. It's almost done. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Alright. Now we're going to add some milk to that as well. Going to mix that all together. And believe it or not, by the time we're done, this is all going to be one form, one cohesive mixture, I think is the word I'm looking for. Oh yeah, we're definitely making progress here. Alright, just a little bit more stirring and we should be done here. We'll add the rest of the milk like so. I have my assistant Mama Beefcake do that for me. She does not want to be on camera at all. She is adamant about not being on camera. Alright, so anyway, we mixed that up and it became thick into a sauce, and we poured it on these onions, and that is that. Like I said, I don't eat this, but other people do. Alright, it also went on Brussels sprouts, and I don't eat this either. I'm just not a fan of the white sauce. I don't care for it. I'll just put it that way. Alright, and the next sauce we're going to make is a cheese sauce. This is the leftover white sauce. And all we're going to do is add a buttload of cheese to it. Yes, buttload is a word in my dictionary. We're going to add a buttload of cheese. And we're just going to mix it all together. The cheese, this is still hot, still on the burner. The cheese will melt as we mix it up. And we're going to put some more cheese in that. Alright, so that is the finished product. That is a cheese sauce. This is another one I do not eat myself, because I'm not a fan of it. Alright, it is poured on some cauliflower and mixed together. I will not be touching that at all. Alright, and it was poured on broccoli and mixed together. And I will not be touching that. Those are two of the main things I don't eat on Thanksgiving. Everyone else loves them. Now we also made sweet potato casserole. Unfortunately, I did not get to film that. That would have been a cool one to film. This stuff is delicious. I will devour this on Thanksgiving. And this is homemade stuffing. I don't eat the homemade stuffing. I eat the stovetop. But everyone else loves this. So this is another one I don't eat. And we come out in the living room. We've got Tiger curled up on a couch sleeping. Now when Tiger is sleeping good, he snores, and I mean he snores loud. You can hear him from other rooms in the house. So yeah, after all that cooking, Tiger's tired. Then we go over to the other couch, and we have Bella sleeping. This is one of Hello Bella. This is one of Bella's new spots. She likes to climb on top of the couch and just fall asleep with her legs hanging off. So yeah, after all that cooking, the cats are exhausted. Yeah. Alright, so let's get started on some pies. Alright everyone, the first pie we're going to make is a pumpkin pie. Now this has always been one of my favorites, so looking forward to this. We're going to use 1 can of Libby's pumpkin filling, and we're going to do quite a few things to it first. So let's go ahead and scoop it in here. Take just a minute. Going to make sure we get as much of it out of the can and into the bowl as possible. Alright, I think we're good. Alright, so we got our pumpkin filling in there. Now we're going to do some things to it. First, we're going to add sugar. Yes, I know that's quite a lot of sugar, but trust me, it's needed. Like I said, Thanksgiving will show why there is a big in front of Beefcake. I'm definitely going to live up to the big part. Alright, so we'll just mix this together real well, the sugar and the pumpkin filling. And believe it or not, folks, we are not done yet. So we'll just keep mixing this up. I just want to make sure it's mixed really well. That looks good. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright. Next, just a little bit of salt. Tiny, tiny bit. Not a whole lot. And we'll just mix that up as well. Yeah, the whole key here is I just want to make sure everything's mixed really, really well. Alright, we have some cinnamon there. Oh, that cinnamon smells awesome. That cinnamon with a pumpkin smell to it. Oh yeah. So we're going to mix this up really well too. And believe it or not, we are still not done. We're just going to go ahead and get that mixed up. You can see it's the color of the pumpkin filling is starting to change now. It's getting a little darker with that cinnamon in there. Oh yeah. And as the more we mix, the easier this filling is getting to be able to work with, so that's good. Alright, after that, yes sir, ginger. Just a little bit of ginger. And once again, par for a course, we're going to mix this up really, really well. And you see the filling is much darker and a little bit more smoother than when we first started. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead and mix this up too. Like I said, we're almost done. We have a few more things to do, but then we'll be done. So it's getting there. And the end result, after it's baked, and after it's been in the fridge for about a day, oh my god, best pumpkin pie ever. And I say that confidently. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, we're getting there. So egg yolks, not egg whites, just the yolk. So we had to separate the eggs. We're gonna mix this all up now. And I'm starting off slow because I don't want to splash that egg yolk all over the counter. I've had quite a few messes made here on Saturday Night Horror. You've seen all of them. So I'm trying to prevent one. Alright, that's what it looks like once it's all done and mixed. Pretty good. Alright, now we're going to add milk. We're almost done, folks, I promise. We are almost done. And I'm going to try to start slow. Well, I want to start slow. I don't want to make a huge mess. I don't want to spill milk all over the place. Got a little bit on the edge of the bowl there. It's fine. It's not too bad. Alright. That's all mixed. And look at the difference in that filling, man. Alright. Last ingredient. Little can of evaporated milk. And we'll mix this up too. I'll do my best not to make a mess and splash it all over the counter. But yeah, this filling is huge difference from the look from when we first started. And that's the finished product from mixing everything in. Alright, so we've got the pie crust kind of situated in our pan here, or our pie dish. And we are very slowly completely blocking the view. That's my fault. I apologize. Gonna pour all that filling into that pie crust, and oh yeah, it always comes right to the top, right there at the very top. Yeah, it always just barely fits. You can barely get all of it in. That's a good thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna scoop out the last little bit here, and all that's left is to stick it in the oven and bake it. Alright, I think we're good to go to put this in the oven. So let's go ahead and bake it, and we'll see what happens when it's done. Alright, it just came out of the oven. Stuck a toothpick down the middle. It's cooked. And all we're going to do is let it cool for a while. Then we'll put it in the fridge for about a day, and when it's done, that is going to be the best pumpkin pie you'll ever eat. I promise you that. So yeah, that is our pumpkin pie. We have one more pie we make on Thanksgiving, and the next one is my favorite. So let's get that one started. Now it's time to make my favorite pie for Thanksgiving, chocolate cream pie in a graham cracker crust. And the first thing we're going to do is, in a big pot, we're going to add our sugar. We're going to add our flour. And we've added milk. We're going to add some more milk. Oh man, words can't describe how good this pie is. I just, man. And we're going to add our baking chocolate here. And what we're going to do now is we're going to stir this on medium heat until the chocolate melts and this becomes one thick chocolate mixture, and it's going to take about half an hour of non-stop stirring. So yeah, we'll be back in half an hour, I guess. Alright, it's been a little over half an hour. Chocolate is melted. It's mixed in with the milk and the sugar and the flour, like so. Now that that's done, we've got to add some things to it. We're going to add vanilla, and we're going to put in some butter. And we're going to put in more butter. I have my assistant with me who does not want to be on camera. And we're going to stir this all together. You see how that mixture is becoming thick, kind of like a pudding consistency. That's good. That's what you want. And we're just going to stir this together until the butter has melted and combined with our chocolate mixture here. We don't want any butter or any chunks of butter, anything like that. It has to be melted, has to be completely combined with our chocolate mixture here. Alright, and we're done with that. I wish you could smell this chocolate. It smells awesome. And that was it. That was our chocolate cream pie mixture. We've poured it into a already made graham cracker crust. All that's left to do is bake it and let it cool. So yeah, let's put it in the oven. Now we do have some leftover chocolate filling, so we usually put those in these little cups here, and we just make pudding cups out of it. And these will bake in the oven too, and they'll cool for a day. Alright, the pie is done baking. That smells awesome. It looks awesome. You can put some whipped cream on it or not. I don't put anything on it. It doesn't need anything. And after this cools, we'll stick it in the fridge, and when it comes out cold, it is delicious. Okay, everyone, it is Friday night, and we have our yearly tradition. Every Friday after Thanksgiving, we have a huge amount of hors d'oeuvres made. First up, we have buffalo chicken wings. I do not eat these. I don't like wings at all. Maybe I'm just weird, but I do not like chicken wings at all. So I don't eat those. Cheddar cheese stuffed jalapenos. I'm not eating those either. Jalapenos tear my stomach apart. We have some pork egg rolls, which are really good. We have loaded cheddar bacon potato skins, which I had for the first time a few weeks ago, and they were awesome. My personal favorite, pizza rolls. Pizza rolls are always good. Another one of my favorites, pigs in a blanket, which are absolutely delicious. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, deviled eggs. Now folks, I'll be honest. These deviled eggs will be gone by the end of the night. I will sit down, I will eat every single one of these, all of them, in one sitting, and I will not feel bad about it at all, not one bit. I love deviled eggs. So yeah, that's it. Alright everyone, we've got some hors d'oeuvres on our plate. We've got a drink. We've got our movie going here. Now usually we turn off every light in the house, which technically all the lights are off, but we put up our tree already. I finally got it up early this year, and when I have the tree out for Saturday Night Horror, I leave it on. That is my big tradition with the tree. I leave it on no matter what. And we also have a tiny ceramic tree up here on this computer stand. Alright, and Tiger has decided to join me for Saturday Night Horror. He's not in my lap, but Tiger has decided that the cushion at the far end of the couch is his new spot. So yeah, Tiger's here watching ThanksKilling with me. Not only do we have Tiger here, but ladies and gentlemen, you can't make her out real well, but up there is the little monster herself, Bella. So baby Bella is up there by the ceramic tree. Tiger's on the couch with me. So we got both cats out here for Saturday Night Horror. Doesn't get any better. Oh boy. Wow. Yeah, so yeah. The movie blows. This is a really, really bad movie. The only saving grace, the only redeemable thing about this movie, and the only thing that kept me watching, was Turkey, the killer turkey, because he's hilarious. All the rest of it was just god awful, butt awful, Buddha awful, whatever deity you pray for, it was that awful. Yeah, words can't describe. We'll try, but good lord. The first thing about this movie is it's really short. It's about an hour and 5 minutes, hour and 6 minutes, so luckily you don't have to sit through it too long. Unfortunately, the human actors get more screen time than Turkey, which really sucks because the human actors were absolutely horrible. My god. Some of the people involved with producing and directing and whatever behind the scenes were actually in front of the camera too, and good lord, they sucked. They sucked. They oh my god. These were not, obviously, this movie was low budget, not meant to be taken seriously. I didn't take it seriously, but good God almighty, man. The acting in this movie was absolutely awful. I mean, it was almost on Troll 2 level. Folks, I've seen some bad acting in my day. Jesus H. Christ on his throne, this acting was bad. The dialogue was just as bad. Oh my. I don't think anyone in this movie had any acting experience. It's like they were a group of friends that were just like, let's do something with the camera this weekend, and this is what they came up with. It was that bad, man. It was, good lord. I can't put into words how awful this was. No emotion whatsoever, and then it's like they would forget things that had just happened, like they just did not give a crap what happened. We had one girl who's discovered that her father was killed by Turkey. His dead body was in her house. 10 minutes later, they think they've killed Turkey. They're like, well, let's go to her house and watch a movie. And they're sitting in the house where apparently the dead body of her dad still is there, and they're watching a movie like nothing. Just like he didn't just get his face ripped off 10 minutes ago. It's like they were reading off of cue cards. There's no emotion in this movie at all from the actors. They're just wooden, plain. It sucked. The acting sucked. Let's just leave it at that. The cast was completely unlikable, which is normal for me with a horror movie. Usually I don't like anyone in the cast, and I want them all to die a horrible, brutal death as quickly as possible. And ThanksKilling was no different. There was not a single person in this cast that I rooted for, that I cared about, that I liked. It was a stereotypical cast. You had the jock, the starting quarterback for wherever the hell he was from. I didn't even care enough to even pay attention if he mentioned it. Then you have the wholesome girl who she was supposed to be the wholesome girl, but she was just dumb as hell. Then you have the girl who sleeps with anything that has a third leg. You had the fat, overweight grunt who was the jock's friend. You had the virgin nerd who wanted to get laid more than anything in the world. So yeah, that was your cast, and they were horrible. I did not care about any one of them. When one of them would die, I would be happy. Matter of fact, the only time I was happy during this movie is when Turkey was on screen, because he was hilarious. Speaking of Turkey, good lord, Turkey has a really bad mouth. Turkey likes to curse you out. He has a bunch of one-liners, and apparently this killer turkey can drive. Yeah, he gets picked up by a hitchhiker who, the hitchhiker tells him he needs to pay with grass, gas, or ass. And I'm not going to talk about what happened with that, but anyway, Turkey kills the driver and starts driving the car. We also get a scene where the girl who sleeps with anyone with a third leg is in bed, being screwed by a stranger who she doesn't even know. Turkey sneaks in the room, kills a stranger, takes his spot. And folks, I can't believe I'm going to be saying this, but we see a turkey orgasm. And when he's done, when Turkey is done, he says, "You just got stuffed." Oh God, what does this episode turn into? So yeah, I actually had that on my notes too. Let me, good old number 6 there. I don't know if you can see it. Turkey orgasm, you got stuffed. Another thing that's weird about this movie is supposedly Turkey is an urban legend, and the virgin nerd is telling the story, and everyone thinks he's crazy, and there's no such thing as a killer turkey, but when they see the killer turkey, they act like it's completely normal. Then when it talks, they act like that's normal too. They are not surprised at all that there is a talking turkey trying to kill them. That like it's something normal that you see every day after thinking it was crazy. I don't know, man. I don't get it. When you're telling the story, they're like, there's no such thing. That's just crazy. But when they actually see it, they accept it right away like it's normal. Man. Speaking of the cast, these characters are dumb as hell. We have a scene where Turkey kills a guy, wears his face as a mask. So Turkey somehow manages to cut the guy's face off, put it on his head, so you got a turkey with human skin on its head posing as this girl's dad, and they all believe that it's her dad when he answers the door. And I know this movie isn't supposed to be taken seriously, but Jesus Christ, how stupid can you be? The girl knocks on the door. The turkey answers the door with the human skin on his face, and she's like, "Hey, Dad," and they think he's human because he has human skin on his face. I'm like, So yeah. Oh Lord, why did I do this to myself? So pretty much the only redeeming quality this movie had was Turkey himself. Every human in this movie was unlikable, a complete moron, could not act to save their lives. If the fate of the world depended on these folks putting on a decent acting show, we'd be screwed. So the only reason I would ever encourage everyone to watch this movie is for Turkey, the Killer Turkey. I really don't know what to say. Apparently there's a sequel, ThanksKilling 3, even though they never did a part 2. I don't know how that works, but yeah. So ThanksKilling, oh Lord, ThanksKilling sucked. Except for Turkey. Turkey was hilarious. I would love to see, I wish Turkey would have got more screen time than the actual humans in this movie, because Turkey was the one good thing about this film. So yeah, I really don't know what else to say about it, but that's it. I can only recommend it for you to watch the Turkey, the Killer Turkey. I can't believe I still can't believe I'm saying that. Turkey, the Killer Turkey. Alright, we're going to end this because my mind is blown. So that's it for the Thanksgiving edition of Saturday Night Horror. Next weekend, it will be December, and we'll do our tradition of watching Christmas horror throughout the month of December. I have one movie in mind. I do not have a copy of it, so I'm going to have to find it on, hopefully it's on Netflix or the Amazon Fire Stick. If not, I'll find something else. And it may just be as bad as Turkey, the Killer Turkey. So anyway, that's going to do it for this episode, y'all. Hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving, as I said before. Hope y'all made it out of Black Friday safely. I can't fully recommend ThanksKilling. Like I said, Turkey is awesome, but the rest of it just sucked. So if you want to watch it, go ahead. If you don't, you're not missing anything really. So anyway, that's going to do for this episode, everyone. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I wish I could say I did, but that wouldn't be 100% true. So I appreciate y'all watching, and I will see you next week for the start of Christmas Horror Month on Saturday Night Horror. Y'all have an awesome weekend. Have an awesome week. I'll see you on the next episode of Saturday Night Horror. Y'all take care.